Hey, happy Monday, Antelope Valley. I hope everyone that's tuning into this video is well and that you had a pleasant weekend. Today is February 6th, 2023. I am Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Troth Realtors, right here in Lancaster, California, bringing you this week's version of my real estate market snapshot. I'd like to review week after week what our current market is doing here in the Antelope Valley. I'd like to point out the Antelope Valley real estate market is definitely unique to the rest of Southern California, Los Angeles County and state of California. I think it's important for folks to have a local resource to go through to see exactly what's going on here in our local market. And so I'd like to provide this week after week. Also like to point out that statistics are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. And so with that, let's go ahead and get into this week's statistics. You can see that we start the week, inventory active listings continues to dwindle a little bit, down 9.4% from last week, down under 800. I have to admit, this kind of caught me a little bit by surprise, but we're going to need to see what as we move through February and into spring, if perhaps there starts to get some movement of new listings coming on the market. It does look like there's some softening in interest rates going on, so perhaps there'll be some folks that make that decision. It's time to move up to a bigger house, or perhaps move down to a smaller house. So once again, we can see that as we've entered 2023, inventory has continued to dwindle. 4 weeks ago, we were down. We're at 891 active listings, down 784 this week, so down 12%. Good news is, and it is very good news, is that there is buyer activity out there. 4th week in a row that we've seen pendings, those properties that are under contract in escrow, going through that process, has increased. So that's a good sign. 4 weeks in a row. So as much as the listings were down 9.4%, pendings, those properties that went under or are under contract, went up 9.4%. So some of that minimal inventory coming on the market, going into escrow, as well as some of those properties that have been out there on the market for a while. You can see from 4 weeks ago, those pendings have increased just under 20% to 18.5%. So once again, definitely the softening of interest rates, buyers not wanting to stand on the sidelines anymore, definitely giving us a little bit of bump in the market. So once again, be interesting to see where these numbers continue to trend as we move forward through winter and into springtime here in the Antelope Valley. Let's get into our second slide. We'll stop the share on that one and pull this up. There we go. So once again, kind of with the same theme of the last slide, you can see that new listings on the market last week were 64, down 15.8% from the week prior. Once again, following with the theme of the last slide, those properties that went under contract from January 30th through February 5th, 104, up 42%. And so that's, as I mentioned last time, that is a good sign. There is buyer activity. And the median number of days that those pendings were on the market prior to going under contract were 54. So we're starting to see some of that aged inventory definitely being looked at by buyers and being put under contract. A little bit of a down number here. Residential listings that closed last week, down 23% to 40. That definitely is reflective. We're starting to see that that activity that took place the week before Christmas, the week in between Christmas and New Year's. We're starting to see the lack of closings due to the lack of properties that went under contract during that time period. So not to be unexpected, but once again, going to be an interesting number to follow if we start to see those properties that are closing follow the trend of those properties going into escrow. Median sales price. So this is an interesting number, and could this be the start of a trend? First time we've seen this big of a drop in the median sales price, down 12.2% to under 400 to 395. Buyers, yes, they are active, but they are definitely wanting to get what they feel is a good value on a property to make up for that increase in interest rates that they're paying. Definitely seeing a lot of buyers come in, ask for assistance with closing costs. If there's repairs, we're seeing repairs being asked for by buyers, and buyers are definitely being a little bit more choosy, a little bit more picky as they go through that process. So just some trends to let you guys know about what's going on out there. We'll go ahead and stop the share on that and move towards wrapping this week's version of the market snapshot up. If there's any other statistics, any other information I might be able to furnish you, or any of our other trusted associates here at Berkshire, Hathaway, Homeservices, Troth Realtors, by all means, feel free to reach out to us. Always here to help. Glad to give you whatever information you may need. And proudly serving the Antelope Valley since 1957. Take care, everybody. Make it a great week, and see you next Monday. All right. Bye.